Hello. Today, I would like to make a video on this type of airplane. I'm going to make a tutorial for you so that you can fold one of these too. This is called the Bat, and this airplane is the coolest airplane I have ever made. I happened to stumble upon a video on Facebook actually, where the person threw the plane, and as the plane flew through the air, the wings actually flapped a little bit so that it looked like it was an actual bat flying through the air. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, I have to learn how to make that. So I have now learned, and I've made quite a few. I've made probably 4 or 5. Each time I make one, they get better and better. So this one you can see is made out of grid paper. The grid paper is a little bit thinner than the copy paper. And also what I've found is I have the most success with notebook paper. So the reason I have more success is because this thinner paper here, it makes it easier to fold. Plus, when I throw it through the air, it actually flaps its wings a little bit more. So as it flies through the wind, it catches the current of the air and it actually makes it oscillate back and forth. So that's really cool. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make this plane. In another video, we'll actually fly the plane and see how it works, okay? But I'm really hoping that this turns out well so that we can have some awesome results to look at later. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Now, you can have copy paper, you can have notebook paper, something thinner though, okay? A few other tools is something hard to press down the creases. And for this project, it is really, really handy to have a ruler nearby, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to lay down some straight lines. You'll see in just a second. Okay, so to start off with, it doesn't matter which way the holes go, okay? But we're going to fold our paper down the center, okay? So go ahead and do that. There we go. Crease that out, there we are. All right, so once we've done that, we're going to open it up. Okay, we're going to take the outside edge and fold it into the middle. All right, there's one side, and here's the other. Remember, if I get ahead of you, you can always pause the video, okay? Nothing's worse than getting a step behind and trying to catch up the whole time. So just pause the video, that way you never get behind. Okay, so we have a fold in the center and 2 folds, 1 on each side. Okay, so what you're gonna do now is we're gonna reverse the fold. So instead of folding it like this, we're going to reverse the middle fold so that it goes backwards. Okay, so now we have this shape. It looks like a W, okay? All right, so let's lay it down sideways now. All right, so this part I use the ruler. This is an important part. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the line on here. You do not need to draw the line, but this is going to be a visual for you so that you can see where I'm going to be folding. All right, so I'm going to fold from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. Okay, so that's where my fold is going to be. Now, it's important that the fold, it goes along this open flap here. I'm only folding one edge. It is possible to get confused. Watch what I do. If I turn it this way and I fold, that's on an actual folded piece of paper. If you accidentally do that, which I've done before, if you accidentally do that, it's still okay. All right, but anyway, go back to the open side here. Take your ruler, and if you don't have a ruler, it's a little trickier. You can have a straight edge of a book or something to help you out, but you're gonna line your ruler up right where I drew that line, and we're gonna press that down firmly, and I'm just going to push the paper up against that ruler, okay? That makes the crease nice and straight, okay? And then once I've done that, I can lay it down and give it a nice good crease. Let's use this one, there we go. Okay, so you can see it's right there on the fold. I'm sorry, not on the fold, on the drawing, the line that I made. Okay, flip it over. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side, except we're not folding this way again. We're going to make it symmetrical, so it's going to match this, okay? So now we're going from the top right to the bottom left. All right, so I'm gonna line up my ruler. Oop. I'm struggling with my fingers today. Okay, here we go. Press it up against that ruler. Crease it down. There we go. Okay, easy enough. Now we're going to rotate it around so that it's turned this direction. All right, the wings are facing down. Now move over here. All right, see this flap? There's two flaps, right? We're going to take this and we're going to line the outside front edge so that it's lined up here. Okay, so we're going to take that. We want it flush with the top. There we go. Crease that down. Okay. Now mine wasn't perfect. I might want to go back and fix it. Don't have to, but okay. Then we're going to flip it over. So flip it over, and we're going to fold this side now. So line up the outside edge with the top. Okay, crease it down. All right, so we've got this shape. We're not quite done yet though. All right, so we're gonna pick it up. We're going to open it, turn it this way, okay? So notice that I do not have any flaps showing, okay? I'm on this side where it's nice and smooth. There's a triangle at the top. So it looks kind of like a rocket ship, okay? We're gonna take the point and we're gonna fold it down to the very center at the bottom. All right, paper, there we go. Crease it. There we go. All right, so all I did was took the point down to the bottom. Okay. All right, so the next step, this may seem a little tricky, but it's not that bad. We're gonna take this edge and we're going to line it up on this edge here. So let's see if I can do this so that you can see it. We're gonna take that and there's just a small portion that's gonna line up. So, okay, can you see what I did there? Let's crease that down really quick and then, there we go. All right, so all I did was I took this edge and lined it up along this portion, okay? And all that does is attaches so that the triangle can't flip back up later, okay? We're gonna do the same thing on this side. So this edge to here, okay? All right, we're almost there. Okay, for the next step, I use my ruler again just because it's easier. We're going to take this portion, okay, with these flaps down, we're going to take this portion and fold it back up, okay? So with my ruler, I'm just going to press down those little tabs we just folded. I'm going to line up my ruler nice and even, and I'm going to flip up the triangle and begin creasing just to get it started. Move my ruler out of the way and I can finish folding. There we go. Just like that. All right. Now we're going to flip the airplane over. So flip it over. You have a little hat. We're going to fold that little triangle flap down. So it's basically locking into place on the other side. Okay, there it is. All right, so if you're still with me, we're almost there. All we have to do now is we're going to fold it up, Okay, so the triangle tab it's basically on the top side of the airplane. Okay. All right, we're almost done. We have 2 more folds. We have to fold the wing down on each side, okay? So I like to use my ruler. Now the thickness of the airplane here is not the same as here. If you feel this part, there's only 2 layers of paper. There's a lot more layers here. So what I have found is, you see how the line on the paper, I have folded it straight across before, and it doesn't work quite as well as going at a slight angle upwards. So instead of folding my paper straight across, I'm just going to angle it up just a little bit so that there's more material back here than at the front, okay? After we get the first one done, it'll be easier to make the other side symmetrical. All right, so there's that. You see how it's going a little bit thinner to a little bit thicker? That's kind of my personal taste. You don't have to make it exactly like that. You might find you like it better just straight across. Okay, we're gonna flip it over. Use my ruler again. Actually, well, I wanna make sure that these wings are symmetrical. So I'm just gonna line that up really quick and see if I can fold it down without using my ruler. Okay, that I kind of got the idea of where I need to put my ruler by doing that. The ruler is just great. It helps you get nice sharp edges. When you fold it down, make sure that the tips of your wings especially are symmetrical. That will help with the flying later, because if your wings are symmetrical, it's more likely to go straight and it won't do things you don't want it to do. Well, that's it. That's all we have to do. This little airplane's ready for takeoff, okay? And this is the bat, because it actually flaps through the air. You can see this notebook paper is so thin. It's got some really nice bounce to it. As it flies through the air, it just catches on the wind. It's really cool. So I hope you were able to make a bat with me, and I hope that your airplane flies as well as mine have. Again, I'm going to make another video of us throwing the airplane and seeing how it goes. I've tried throwing it in my art room, and I've tried throwing it in my house. And my house is too small. My art room's too small. It keeps running into the walls. It flies so well. So we're going to have to try this out outdoors, I think. So if you liked the video, I love to see your art. And please subscribe and like to my channel. All right. Thank you.